have some people in the audience because you're here. It's okay, I'm getting cued in. You're already there. Come through. Sorry. All right. Where are you going to be? I'm good. I'm bringing in the spring. I am ready for spring. Hello, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the fifth and final event in our Story Art Center Black History Month recognition. On behalf of the Black History Month Committee, Dean Nate Horowitz, Academic Chair Dr. Chris Jackman, and Barry Waite, it's wonderful to see all of you here in our studio. Yeah, I'm going to say studio. In-house here, and also those of you joining us online. We're so very, very honored that you have chosen to spend this time with us. This, in fact, is the second of a two-part performance by our musicians. It's called Still I Rise. Perhaps you had joined us last week, Friday, when we had the first. I'm particularly moved because this has been an honor and a wonderful experience for all of us here at Story Art Center. And I'm going to take this opportunity now to welcome Natalie and Marcus. So that's Natalie Morris and Marcus Jackman to come up. Come up, please. Marcus, you would have remembered, was one of our performers last week. He will be joining Natalie this week to lead us through the rest of the program. Please give them your undivided attention.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you once again for taking time and just witnessing the series with us. And I'd like to say that I was also moved by last week's performances and words and comments. So thank you very much. So last week, multiple talents in part one of Still I Rise joined us. And some of those talents, if you weren't there, some of those talents included Brooke Whiteley, and she sang Precious Lord. Also, the choir, the Story Arts Choir, and we sang What's Going On in Wade in the Water. And of course, For Women, which blew me away, and that was by Natalie Morris, Leslie, Vanessa, yes, Vanessa, can't forget Vanessa, and Shannon, who was a first year. And it was, once again, an amazing experience. And Yaka singing A Strange Fruit, which moved me immensely. This week, we will be continuing from where we left off at the civil rights movement in the 60s, in the 1960s. This period in our history has become one of the most notable events of, I'd say, past the 1900s for us. Martin Luther King, Jr., of course, became one of many faces of the civil rights movement, and one that is still particularly revered in these times. Many black people and white people and people of other races peacefully marched through the streets in protest, organized sit-ins, and participated in freedom rides, vowing never to give up because they realized that there was life, that where there is life, there is change. Please welcome to the stage Roy, accompanied by Damien, and they will be performing their rendition of A Change Gon' Come.
I was born by the river in a little And just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Oh, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Oh, my friends keep telling me, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gone. Then I go to my brother, yes, and I say, brother, help me please. Oh, whoa. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there've been times when I thought I wouldn't last for very long, but now I think I'm able. Oh, now I know I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will, 'cause I know a change gon' come.
Wow, that was amazing. Wow, oh my goodness. So, indeed, a change did come. The civil rights movement brought about change to everything that black people were fighting for. But the change was not just exclusive to black people. So before the civil rights movement, only white males with status could vote, which greatly swayed the power of political parties to the white supremacist views. So the ability to vote for non-whites, so that's not only black people, but Mexicans, Latinos, Native Americans, Asians, everybody. They, well, only the males, because at the time, women still weren't allowed to vote, no matter what race you were. But this allowed for greater diversity within the government and helped implement more equality as well as broader views in the government so that the needs could be catered to black people. So the civil rights movement also achieved desegregation in the public sector, as well as banished any discrimination, whether by race, religion, gender, anything like that, when applying for jobs. And so these laws were known as the Civil Rights Act of 1957, 1960, 1964, 1968, and the Voting Acts, right, of 1965. So seemingly, all was right. Now, the challenge for blacks was to break free mentally from slavery. So here to sing Redemption Song is Kunle and Kristen. So please welcome them.
Hello, everyone. All right, so like she said, my name is Kristen, and this is Kunle, and I really hope you guys enjoy this, our rendition of Redemption Song. Oh, pirates, yes, they robbed I. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hands were made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I've ever had. Redemption song. Redemption song.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free your mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time.
How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand inside and look? Ooh, some say
it's
we're just a part of it, but we've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I've ever had, ever had, ever had. Redemption song. Oh, these songs of freedom. It's all I've ever had. Oh,
Redemption song, redemption song, redemption song.
Redemption song.
It's the song of freedom. It's the song that we are free. It's the redemption song. And I'm gonna sing it like I meant it. It's the song that we are free. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
None but ourselves can free our minds. Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. Once again, give it up for Kunle and Christine. That was amazing. Felt it all in me. Beautiful. Now that the most oppressing stage of life was handled, it is time to start rebuilding again. However, the damage done had already set Black people back several hundred years. And negative stigmas surrounding Black people remained even after laws were changed. Systemically, oppression was still present. Schools were still poorly funded, and finding a good job was proving to be very challenging. It seemed the only option was the streets or jail for some. To illustrate this unfortunate narrative that many Black people faced, we have Nathaniel Brown, AKA Martian, rapping The Message by Grandmaster Flash with DJ Cho Lee.
So I'm gonna need help on the chorus a little bit. I like to be very interactive with everybody here. Everywhere, people pissing on the stairs, you know they just don't care. Can't take the noise, they can't take the noise. I guess I got no choice. Roaches in the back room, races in the back. Funkies with the alley and the baseball bat. Turn stick up kids, look what you done did. Set up foot. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Cause sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Goddamn, look at the flow that is goddamn. I'm a murderer, you could just call me Killer Cam. It ain't shit for officers to kill a black man. Cold-blooded, no budget, it's on cam. Got the black gat, aim it at your backpack. Equals paid vacation, and that's a fact, Jack. If we can back some men, you rather see dead. What's on your mind? Homicide, bullets to the head. Earth run red. And untold stories I never read. Or the struggles of my people only led to lead. That's what I said. Me, cause I'm close to the edge. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes you wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes you wonder how I keep from going under. DJ Cho Lee, hit him with it. One more time to leave out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nathaniel, aka Martian. So, this next song is a reflection of what has been going on nowadays. It is written by an original, one of our very own MIAP students, and it's a reflection of the fact that we've come so far, but yet somehow it still feels like we're being pulled back a bit. And I'm talking about the shootings that's been happening. So for example, Philando Castile, Sandra Bland and Eric Gardner, just by authorities and people, we're supposed to trust and that are sworn in to protect us. And although it's not, we don't see as much of it in Canada, it still, no matter where it is, it still affects every one of us, not just Black people, but everybody. So I did want to welcome Marcus Jackman to the stage to sing his original song called Sirens, and that it explains how he was feeling during this moment in time when he was hearing about all of this happening. And on the guitar, we have Lester Dean to accompany him. So please welcome them.
Thank you, thank you. As she said, I wrote this in the summer, and it was the very day that Philando Castile had died. There was the video online, and at first, I heard about it, so I'd seen it, and partway through, after he was shot, I stopped playing the video because I felt like with all the videos that had come out before that, I'd seen enough. And then someone told me that was talking to me about a child, and I was like, a child? There was a child there, and I swear I'd seen enough. So but I watched it back, and lo and behold, there was a child in the car the whole time. And I thought, man, this is ridiculous. And as I'm watching it, I'm getting a message from someone who had an idea for a song. It was like, hey, all this stuff is happening. And let's write something positive and positive message and show everyone that, like talk about unity. And I'm listening to it, this exact guitar riff and everything, and I'm listening to it. And I'm like, no. I'm in pain like everyone else, like many other people. So I've had family members killed as well by police. I know I went to school with people who's been killed by police. There are people that know people, who have been killed by police. And this is just in Canada, And yeah, so just listen to the words of the song. As a child, you look at the sky, wondering what life would be like. Will you be a doctor by day or hero by night? Will you soar in a rocket into the night? Me and my friend have grown up to see that dreams are dreams, not reality. Touching on that, I shouldn't even be in my head. 'Cause we're running and don't even know what we did. Sirens, all I hear are sirens. Lights blaring, blinding, and they're right behind us, running. My best friend is crying, running from violence, yet into violence. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, sirens, all I hear are sirens, and they're right behind us. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, violence, running from violence. Listen, ooh, I've never run so fast in my life. What did we do to have the cops on us? We had some tacos and reminisced of the past. I told them too bad, good things never tend to last. The police stopped us on the way to the bank, copped attitude with me and told us raise our hands. Asked him if he stopped us because we were black. Then his partner shouted gun, and after that we just ran. Sirens, all I hear is sirens. Lights blaring, blinding, and they're right behind us, running. My best friend is crying, running from violence, yet into violence. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, sirens, all I hear is sirens, and they're right behind us. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, violence, running from violence, yet into, don't resist. I told them, don't push your hands in your pockets. Don't make threats or they'll take ya. I look like some of these people who've been shot. To be honest, when I heard the name Eric Gardner, I saw, I didn't know what he looked like, but I heard it and I was very saddened. But when I saw what he looked like, I mean, he was taller than me, but when I saw what he looked like, he dressed the way I dressed, you know, he could have, you know, the thought that ran through my head, like, that could have been me. That could have been actually a lot of people that I know. There's a lot of, there's a lot of people that, well, people mistake me for people all the time. And to know that someone who looks like me could be killed, could scream for help, could say I'm not breathing, you know, and still be ignored. But yet, you know, there's something wrong with that. Is there not something wrong with that? Is it just me? There's something wrong with people wanting just to live, but they can't because something out of their control, something that people have been taught is pressing them down. They've been taught that we aren't valued, that what we've represented were things. We were numbers. We were numbers that turned into statistics. We were builders. We were cotton pickers. We were movers. We were slaves. We were more than that too. But I can't even finish that. Because then I heard them sirens. All I hear are sirens. I'm frozen, I can't breathe. I don't know why, but I'm crying. My vision is hazy. Did this cop just shoot me? My friends reaching for me. Woohoo! My body feels heavy. My God, I'm not ready. Woo! What about my children? I'm sorry. What's real? So real. People left behind children, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends. Women died too, not just men. Women were killed too. They died. For what? This is not sadness, it's anger. Even personally, I've been through enough not to cry no more. But I've had enough. This is 2017. This isn't a history lesson. This is present. So you can make light of anything. You can make light of everything. Make light of it. Just know that just like it could be me, it could be you too. And I pray it's not you. Thank you.
So I know I'm not the only one that felt that. Wow. That was so moving. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you. What do I say after that? So I want to say we're coming down. We're getting to our last song. But I guess I just wanted to elaborate on the idea behind this whole thing. The main idea and the reason, like the topic of this theme is Still I Rise. And the fact that we have been knocked down, the fact that we have been trampled underfoot, every time we still bounce back, every time we come back with something to keep going and to keep hope alive that things will change, things will get better. Whether it's marching peacefully, whether it's protesting in the streets, whether it's doing the best we can in any circumstance that we're in. So for this last song, I'm actually going to be singing it. It's called I Rise Up. And essentially, I just want to end it off, I guess, on a light note to say that we're not down and out. We're not down and out. Despite everything that is happening, we are still hopeful, and we are going to continue to fight, and we are going to rise above it all, just like we have done every other time. So I'm going to invite Marcus back up here, as well as Leslie and Dean to help me sing the song, and I will have Mary Jane Rudio on the piano to accompany me. Oh, and another thing I should mention, we will also be having, because I won't get a chance to introduce her, but we will be having Yuyemi be reciting a poem called Still I Rise by Maya Angelou as well. Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains. We're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up high like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the aches. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but trust me, we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. We'll take it to its feet and move mountains. So I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up high like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the aches. I'll rise up, and I'll
twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders dropping, falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines, digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. And I rise up, like the waves, I'll rise up. In spite of the aches, I'll rise up. Down to it 1,000 times again.
Thank you so much. We have just been taken through a roller coaster of emotions. And I'm going to invite the entire ensemble to come up and take a bow. Okay, guys, not quitting your applause, but I'm also opening the floor for questions if there is anyone that wanted to pose any questions to any one of these persons here. Please do also be reminded that they are available afterwards. I know it was particularly moving for some people, and they don't necessarily want to be on camera. Thank you, guys. Thanks so very much. All right. So this, as you well know, is the second of our two-part series, Still I Rise. But it has not only been about the singers, the musicians. We have had what has been a very, I keep coming back to moving and honorable month with all our students stepping up. And I know that in addition to those of you in our audience here and with us online, if you have not been able to be with us, the videos over the last couple of weeks are also available on our YouTube channel, Story Art Center. We opened the series with a presentation from Dr. Jesse Fayen. He spoke about the Black Church and how its history and how it affected growth in Ontario here. He did his thesis on this, and it was particularly moving, and we would invite you to also view that. We also had a presentation from our dancers. That week they were all over the place. Their expressions took us all over the foyer. And people were just excited about the way they honored Black history. And of course, we had these 2 last weeks of the musicians from With Still I Rise. We also had the African Museum artifacts here in our midst at Story Art Center. So we have had what has been a very rounded month. Initially, we mentioned that previously, we only had one event to mark the occasion, and so many of our students step up this month, this year, to do this. Not only the students from the faculties that I mentioned, but this has been a campus-wide effort. We have, from our soundboards, we have students behind cameras on different boards around. Everybody is participative in this. This has truly been an honor for all of us. I'm going to take this opportunity right now to welcome our dean on campus here, Nate Horowitz, who would like to express some words to all of us here.
You know, I'm moved again by the performance since last week. And last week was very moving for all of us. Welcome. Welcome. I don't think you're students here, but welcome. and this was so enjoyable and so much learning happened. We're called a Story Art Center, and what came through the music, the writing that we heard, was the story of a people's lives, sufferings, story of many people's lives, as someone said today, and the violence that was there, and the violence that continues to be there. And I think the move to, this is a story that will not ever be finished. It will go on as we're human beings, but it will always be added to. And what we heard today was added to. A song that I believe you wrote, Marcus. And the song that was written just that we heard at the very end here, I Will Rise, I Rise Up. Did I get the right title? Yes. It was, besides moving, of course it's moving. All of us are moved by it and feel very strongly about it. But it's a never-ending story. And we hope that next year, although I know some are graduating, that next year we'll continue adding to this story. This is very important for all of us, everyone, all of humanity to hear. And thank you so much for doing this for all of us. I want to also thank some people, right? Should I be doing that at this point? In addition, of course, to the wonderful, wonderful music students who just have taken us somewhere else, I think, in their music, taken us to a different place here and here. I want to also thank, of course, the dance students. I don't know if you got a chance to see them. They were amazing, especially on this hard terrazzo. You don't dance on this. It's dangerous. And they did an amazing job. Amazing. And Jesse, Dr. Jesse Fayen, our coordinator of the music industry and performance program, who's at the back. And also, she couldn't be with us. She had to go to Toronto Centre for the Arts, and that's the dance coordinator, performance coordinator, Celestine Eagle. I think we should thank her. Yeah. In addition, very important, Rohan and Chaitan, are you there? Where are you? Can you come out? When you're an engineer, you're back there. You're not performing up front, but Rohan. Yeah. Thank you so much, Rohan. And Chaitan. Chaitan. Yeah, Chaitan. And so, I believe you're also on Black History Month Advisory Committee here. And anybody else here from the Black History Advisory Committee? No? I was going to introduce you separately. So Deline, you did an amazing job carrying us through this, bringing us through. Thank you so much.
It has been my honor.
And the person who did the background work, I don't know if you know this, and did a lot of the thinking through, and then heard that the students want to do this and said, let's do it. The students want to do this, let them design this, let them work it through, and that's what happened. Jillian Edwards. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Did you want to say anything, Jillian?
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to thank you all, especially the students. I couldn't have asked for a more rich and creative event, and I hope that you all took something away from it, like I did, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves, because you've changed our lives, whether it was through music or through dance and Jesse's lecture. We're all changed for it, and that's what we're about here. And so thank you for allowing me to help shape it and take your idea, Natalie, and to take the dance students' ideas. It takes courage to come up and sing and perform. And whether you realize it or not, these people put their hearts out there for you, and I think you know that from today's performance. So thank you for touching our lives and enriching our school. Thank you.
Okay, I get the final say. So this is just to say that this is not the final day in the month, and Black History Month doesn't end with just speaking about the history at the end of February, but all our history is intertwined, so be mindful and create histories of your own. I'm Deline Sims. Good afternoon.